Hey everyone, it's Jenny with Edie's Attic, and I do have another channeled message that I received over this past weekend. This is not going to be for everyone. This is going to be for a very specific group of people. It's pretty specific as far as the message goes too. So take it if it resonates, and I hope that it does help. But I did write my notes down on cards, and what I got, it's kind of, it feels like I'm just going to tell you what I got. First card out, Spirit is enraged. Someone fell from grace. Then I got, the journey doesn't end because we gave up. Autopilot. It's that sense of like when you're driving a car and you get from point A to point B, but you don't remember anything that happened during that drive because you were so much caught up in your own thoughts and kind of like in a daze, like mass confusion. If you are in this energy of feeling overwhelmed and overburdened and you're very much caught up in your mind space right now and you're checking out in autopilot and just moving through day to day, Spirit's saying the journey doesn't end because you gave up. You may be giving up and checking out mentally, but you're still on this journey. So you can either coast through and not pay attention to what's happening, whether that be just checking out or even using like substances to numb you from the experience, or you can actively get involved in your life and be there, be present. Start reeling yourself back into the present. And I know from my own personal experience that I'm being told to tell you, if I've found myself on autopilot, and a lot of times it'll happen if someone's speaking to me and it just goes over my head and I'll have to ask them to repeat themselves. I now realize in that moment I'm somewhere else. I'm not here. I'm not present. So I do something very physical, whether it be house cleaning or walking or exercising or doing something with my hands, washing dishes, or whatever it is that I can find in the moment to ground myself. Grounding doesn't always necessarily mean taking your shoes off and putting your feet firmly on the earth, which is a great way. But if you are like inside and it's cold out and it's the middle of winter and you got shoes on, these are other things. But finding something to get physically active with, where you have to be like aware and kind of focus on, to get your mind back into awareness. You're slipping into theta brainwaves, which is a great place to be if you are trying to meditate or channel and use your intuitive abilities. But I do feel like sometimes when people are on the spiritual journey and they start practicing and they start learning how they can go into this meditative state and channel, that it becomes really easy to kind of stay there and to recognize when you're kind of coasting in theta because you're not in the physical and you're letting things around you in your real life, your real reality, kind of just keep moving on by, and Spirit doesn't want you to miss out. Yes, it's great and it's awesome that you can use these abilities or that you may be able to slip into theta so easily, but to learn when you stay there and to learn how to get yourself out of there. And again, getting physical, doing something that requires you to be very much aware of what's going on in your physical reality will help pull you back out of that place. They don't want you to coast through life. They want you to be very much present. They don't want you to have these tools and not be able to use them in the real world. So you're going to have to learn how to be in both and how to shift from one to the other easier and not get stuck in one or the other forever. And then we have always do what's morally correct. That is justice. And I know that this can be interpreted many different ways. I'm trying to think of the word, subjective. So always do what's morally correct. And what I'm getting is that what's morally correct and what's just for one may be different for another. So it's really planting yourself firmly where you feel that your energy feels the best in. If it doesn't feel, that's the next one out. If it doesn't feel right, then it's not. So the way you're going to be able to determine whether or not something is just or morally right for you is by feeling your own energy when it comes to the choice you're about to make. Does this make me feel low and negative, or does this feel good to me? Does this feel positive to me? Do I feel like vindicated, and do I feel okay doing this? Always check your own intuition and your gut on it. Then I have abuse of strength and power over those who are weak and powerless is a slippery slope. It is not one to be taken lightly. And for those that do take it lightly and they don't realize, or they do realize, that they are abusing their strength and their power over others that don't have any, there will be karma for those, I'm being told by divine. So if you are in a place of power or authority and you're abusing that against your best judgment, what doesn't feel right, though you're doing it for whatever reason, there will be karma, because they don't take. Spirit realm is enraged right now. They see a lot that's happening in our world with individuals, with groups, and they're not very pleased with the way we are deciding to move and the choices that we are making currently. Take it if it resonates and place it where it belongs. But that is the message for someone out there. And I really do hope it helps, and I really do hope you take heed. Have a good day. Bye.